We'd like to hear the ocean song again. Snap mountain trails that touch the wind. Cast her heart down long, winding country roads.
I said, oh, I have this neat little macro lens. And I started showing everyone macro shots. And I was showing everyone wide angle shots. So there's actually a reverse thread on here. So today we'll see real macro shots.
It worked okay.
Yeah, it looked nice, but let me tell you, there was a difference. I went home and I practiced on a quarter, and I was like, well, that doesn't get that much closer. And then I looked, and like I said, I'll show you. There's a little, and it's a reverse thread. So, sneaky people. Sneaky people. We'll play with that a little bit.
From MS Canada here. And some of them will be dropping by to watch this event, so you go ahead and do your thing.
Well, thanks everyone for joining us today. My name is Dominic Phillips, and I'm a volunteer here with VirtualPhotoWalks. And we're just going to go on a walk today. We're going to explore the sites here at Walden Pond, as well as Cottonwood Marsh, which is behind me. We are out on kind of the east side of Boulder County. You can see behind me the Flatirons, Bear Mountain, Devil's Thumb. Right beneath that is the main portion of the city of Boulder, Colorado. Last week we were up in the foothills, or a week or so ago, last time I was walking with you. And we got a little bit of view of kind of the flat grassland right up against the hills. Today we're back in one of my favorite spots. And we're walking around, and we're here for you today. So if you have anything you want me to point the camera at, most of you guys are in my ear or have some moderators in the group rooms there. Tell them to give me a shout. I'll point the camera in whatever direction you want. And we're just going to go explore and have a good walk today. So thanks for joining us. And if anyone has any questions or comments, just feel free to shout them out here. This area, this whole Walden Pond, which I think there's like 7 or 8 large ponds. I don't know how many different acres this. So this was the quarry that they mined all of the road base for the county roads back in Boulder. I believe through the 1950s and 60s, and then in the 70s, we had a gentleman, Wally Tave, who started to petition and eventually commissioned this spot on the Audubon record. And so this is a protected wildlife refuge. Cool. And so today we're also going to be experimenting with a couple different lenses, wind our way here over to where I have the rest of my rig set up. We're going to take 1 or 2 macro looks at these little thistles here, which we looked at last week. John, I think last week we were looking at some Canadian thistle. So you guys send the geese down here as well as some thistle. So some good and some bad. So as you see, everything went blurry, which is how it should have gone last time. And we're actually going to come right up on.
Oh, goodness.
So you see, last week we were a little off on our macro lens. So while we were wide angle looking at flowers, we really could have been looking at little bitty bugs. So if you are in Colorado, this is kind of our wildflower season. A lot of the upper alpine flowers are really in full bloom. Nice mix of shoreline. We have giant papyrus, cattails, all sorts of little rushes and bushes. Now behind us, we have a huge field. This is a large solar array. So, on computers or tablets, and if anyone is on a phone, you can always do a screenshot and take some photos while you're on the walk here with us. And we're going to play with a telephoto lens for a little while.
Oh, look at this. He's already set up, guys.
Someone left a whole bunch of gear just sitting out here in the middle of nowhere. I don't see anyone. Let's use it. All right, everyone. Tell you what.
In the shade and everything.
I know, huh? It's almost like I woke up on time this morning. I don't know what happened. So while we're here, once I'm set up, I'll point you back out so you can see what I'm shooting at. But I'm going to get some stuff set up here. And some of you may have been with us when we tried this the first time. I'm going to take some photos. We're going to get really, really close up to some of those birds here. And then I'm going to screen share it into our little group walk. Now, I'm a gear junkie, so I have lots of gear. I'm not sponsored, and I'm not here to promote anything, so I'm not going to go over my gear. So if any of you have questions, you can follow up with John later, but I'm just here to show you photos.
I have no idea what he's doing.
You know what my secret is, John? Neither do I.
The best at faking stuff we've ever come across.
Put in my password here.
I saw that. If anybody at the Ross is a photographer in their other life and has any questions, send them along in the chat or let me know. This is pretty state of the art, actually. Dominic's the only guy that does this, and it's pretty darn cool.
Dominic?
Yes.
Ross Memorial here. We had a question about the big red building that you were showing. What is that?
Ah, yes, the big red building on our right over here. This is the East Boulder Water Treatment Center. Haha. There's a very nice way of putting the sewer plant out on the east side here.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I know, yeah, not so glamorous when you when you hear what it is, but you know that's quite often the trade-off. You know, in areas like this, if you're going to if you're going to get a lot of awesome area donated to the state, sometimes you have a little bit of mixed use stuff here.
I'd be curious to see what the quarries looked like in the old days. Maybe have to look on the web and see if we can find a photo.
You know, they should, Wally Taves, and this is the City of Boulder Parks. There's actually a corner up there where like 4 different land use groups all meet. But they do have a lot of like old photos. There's actually a placard way over on the other side there, and that'll actually show you some of what it looked like back in just before the reclamation, and then kind of during the reclamation process. So now what I'm gonna do? I've just taken a couple of photos, and I'm gonna stick the camera out at the long view here.
He's doing.
Yeah.
You see what I'm doing? So I'm gonna take over the screen here in just 1 second. Here we go.
And turn horizontal. Right.
Just keep your hat in front of the sun. Ooh.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
Yeah, so these, I see. I didn't know that camera was on.
Oh, so he just took these pictures and now he's zooming in to show us.
Exactly.
Very
so
cool.
Let that sit down for a second. Now, we are shooting at about 636 millimeters. So as we get in a little closer, since I haven't really done any processing on these photos, you might see a little bit of a blur here. But this is one of our double-breasted cormorants. That guy is a diving bird. So those birds will dive down into the water and chase after fish. And when they come up out of the water, they'll normally find a nice perch like that. And if we hang out here long enough, we'll try and see if we can find some nice wing shots of them. Here's another one. They all seem to have their backs turned to us today. So these double-breasted cormorants are here. You know, I'm not sure if they're year-round, but they are one of the more common birds that I see in this area. We also have our great blue herons. And we have one
Nice.
preening himself. That is in a distance. And again, to give you an idea, that one was probably about halfway out on our pond here. And we're going to try and get some more shots of him. Those cormorants are sitting on those branches right over here.
That's cool.
That great blue is way out there. And then that last shot of the white crane, you guys are way over there on our other side.
June Gall finally decided to show up.
Hi,
Isn't
June.
June, hi.
Isn't that
Good
nice?
morning.
Better late than never.
Oh, Darwin
Now,
Love.
come on. Good morning, everybody.
Hello, good
Hello,
morning.
June.
Good morning.
We are back out at Walden Pond here.
I thought I recognized that place.
It's a flyby waving.
Airplanes. He's gonna pack glider right there. Yep.
Cool.
And I was hoping we would get him doing a little dive, but he ended up just taking a circle of the area here. You know, one of the birds that I try to photo hunt the most here is getting the osprey or the seahawk as they do the falling dive. They have that very aligned pose.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I've been out here many mornings and still have not gotten the shot, which is how it goes. But these cormorants do make pretty easy targets here. I'm gonna share some more comment.
Is it because you've never seen one, or because you've just never been able to catch the?
It's catching the moment. You know, first of all, you never know where they're gonna be. Sometimes they're hunting on this side of the Cottonwood Marsh, and you set up here, and they dive like 4 times on your walk here, and then they decide they're gonna hunt over there today. So here's our cormorant who started to face us. Looked around a little bit more, and I thought he was gonna dive into the water.
Oh my, that's a good one.
Dancing across the water.
Yep. And then I tried to get a fancy shot here for the next one. Maybe not that one, but let's see his little face shot there. And then I tried to get a mountain backdrop.
Nice.
Not just a water bird. He can be a mountain bird too. I'm going to try and show you Devil's Thumb, which is just on the left side of that's Bear Mountain up there. Like all of my other walks, if you've been with me, you know you need to check. You need to double check what I'm talking about. Well, it's always fun next week to learn what I should have said correct the first time. part of the photo walks that I try and do. Everyone out here in the field for virtual photo walks, we're volunteering. So I just try and show you what a normal day for me is like,
Mm-hmm.
if there is such a thing.
I was just thinking of your tea shop, Dominic. We haven't done that in a couple of years.
Oh, the Boulder Duchenne Bay Tea House. That would be, yes.
We should go
That would
back
be a
there.
nice one.
Let's put that in the cards when you get back. And Dominic is sending his hotspot Wi-Fi generator to Daring Adventures, which is taking 15 people paralyzed or disabled in some form. And to Daring Adventures, they're taking 15 people down the Grand Canyon.
No.
And
Oh, wow.
there's no bandwidth there, but we're going to interview them at the beginning. And then they're going to have phones and GoPros with them for the trip. And then we're going to interview them with their reaction when they get back, and we'll mash it all together into a video.
Nice.
Oh, very nice.
And then on the 18th, you got to be here because I sent my jetpack to Bay Como in Quebec to the Impossible Dream, which is the 60-foot catamaran coming up the East Coast and we'll be going into Quebec City with the tall ships. And we will stream that entry, we'll stream them docked, and the captain will take us around to other tall ships.
Nice.
And then maybe a bit of the journey back, and then hopefully they'll send my device back.
Oh, that's cool.
So we've got a lot of big projects on the go right now. It's kind of insane. Oh, and I think we got Japan Friday night around 7 or 8 o'clock. If you check the calendar, that's coming up with Hiroshi too.
Oh, very nice.
And I think it is at 10 a.m. tonight. We are going to be at Redwood Pines.
Big Basin.
Big Basin at 10 a.m. tonight.
Oh, very nice.
You mean 10 p.m.?
10 p.m. tonight.
10 p.m. tonight.
Eastern time.
Eastern time, so that's around.
It'll still be light.
Don't be late, June.
I'll try and stay awake. I'm in a problem late.
So that hopefully by this Saturday I'm going to rest. Because it's been a hell of a week.
I would hope so.
Maybe by middle of next week I'll have a place to live too.
That could be nice.
That would be enjoyable for a change.
It seems like the reflection of the mountains in the water is just getting stronger.
Oh, yes. It's starting to bake up. We had a lot of rain yesterday and last night, so a lot of that. We have a mix of the haze. A lot of that is that moisture in the mountains just starting to
Evaporate.
Just starting to evaporate. But also there's a big forest fire in Utah, which is sending, unfortunately, a whole bunch of stuff our way. Yeah.
I was just going to say, can you get that hawk?
We'll see. I got him hanging out on top of the. This was him hanging out.
No more. Oh my gosh.
Yes, nice little profile there. That does look like a red-wing hawk up there. Yeah, see, I caught that flash of color that comes off, and I thought he was a turkey vulture for a moment. I'll apologize to him.
Nah, the neck's not long enough.
Yeah. Well, when those turkey vultures get up there and sit, or even when they're at a distance, if they're silhouetted, that is probably one of the more common misidentifications that I have issues with.
Right.
Birds in the distance. Now, I mentioned that glider plane.
Oh, yeah.
Here's a shot of that glider plane there. So this is coming out of the Boulder Municipal Airport, which is just across the way here. And they will tow up these gliders. So that glider on the right side is a non-powered, or it doesn't have any sort of a propeller or propulsion system. Now I didn't notice the first time, but we have another black heron in the background of the shore there, doing a little searching. Also on that shore area, we have some Canadians which have joined our cranes out on the far distant shore here. See, everyone plays pretty nicely together here. There aren't too many competing species, so a lot of these shorebirds work together. I'm going to stick on our little on-camera telephoto lens. Local friends that we try not to get too close to.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, yeah, that's
yeah.
busy guys.
Yeah, now let me tell you, my nice little blanket setup, you have to be very careful out here in these wetlands on where you're setting your little blanket at. Because in the wrong spot, these guys could really mess you up. But with all of those bugs, we get some of our more common residents fed pretty well. I think all of you guys might recognize this bird's trail. This is the red-winged blackbird.
It's actually just about lunchtime right now, so we have to go because we have to get set up, but we just wanted to say thank you.
Yeah, well, thanks for joining us. I appreciate you coming out, and we'll be back in Colorado another day. But other than that, you can travel all around with all the other people next time.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
I know you guys have so much going on. It's hard for me to keep track of where you're going to be next.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, our little Japanese friend is in. Hi.
Hello, good morning.
We only got about 9 minutes left.
But you can still see the mountains.
Well, I'll go back to my gear, and we'll do a quick run through of some of the photos we took today here. Once we have some new people in here at the end. So speaking of, we'll see if I can pop back in here and show you some of the long lens photos that we've taken today. For those of you across the big ponds that just showed up. So we've been walking around Walden Pond here in Boulder, Colorado. We're at the base of the Flatirons. And we've been taking some photos with our long lens here, as well as some of our macro lenses. So I think in general we had a pretty good day here.
That was very good.
Enjoyed a little bit of a walk around. We enjoyed a nice day out here in Boulder County. I got to sit in the shade, and I got to play with a whole bunch of gear that someone left there.
All right, Dominic, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for showing up again, and we'll see you next time.
Take care.
Everyone have a wonderful day out there.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, John.
See you tonight.
Take
Bye-bye.
care.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.